Gained Sierra 27 on the wide aperture array, bearing 340, range 16,000 yards. Jim Stump announced. Steady course 060. No reason to react to the newly acquired trace on the screen representing a very big merchant ship. It was 8 nautical miles away, but they would need to keep an eye on it. Jed Durham reported, completed sonar search of previously baffled area. 1 sonar contact, Sierra 27, bearing 339, classified deep draft merch, range 16,000 yards, past CPA and opening. Dale Miller turned to where Henrietta Foster sat, still quietly observing, but trying to appear not to be. He reported the sonar contact to her, and then requested permission to proceed to periscope depth. When Foster gave him the go-ahead, Miller ordered the Gato up to 62 feet. Jim Stump, the pilot, dialed in 62 feet as the ordered depth and sat back to watch as the system drove the boat up toward the surface. Dale Miller raised the number 2 photonics mast and used his Xbox controller to rotate it around as they came up closer to the sea surface. The deep cobalt color on the large screen display gradually became a lighter robin's egg blue before the mast broke through the surface to reveal a cloudless sky, a stretch of azure water, and a brilliant Mediterranean Sea afternoon. He carefully searched all around, but the only other ship in sight was the large orange-yellow merchant, just visible on the horizon on their port beam. To demonstrate to Nielsen the capability of the system, Miller shifted the photonic camera to zoom in on the distant vessel. Interesting, he said under his breath as the big vessel came into closer view. The first thing he noticed was the bright red flag with gold stars that hung from the stern. That announced to anyone interested that the ship was registered in China. Miller fiddled with the controller just a bit more. What he could then see, just visible through what looked like some type of oil rig structure riding on the main deck, was even more engrossing. Henrietta Foster stepped up next to him and took a closer look at the screen. There was a frown on her face. Dale, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes, ma'am, I think I am. That sure as hell looks like a submarine under all that stuff. And judging from the flag that thing is flying, it would most likely be a Chinese boat. Out here in the Mediterranean bathtub, too. Foster rubbed her chin and thought for a moment. Then she said, let's get in closer and get a good look. That's what we're here for. I want photographic evidence before I start ringing the bells back at Subgroup 8.